I ignore him. Saved. As always, it's DJ Mesh and Flatio, and you're listening to Speed Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar. A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says, "Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it's picked up a random frequency. You wanted the prime line, right?" Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him right in the eye. Oh, is that what it was called? He's trying hard to act surprised. Reaction speed. Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on Speed Freaks FM. Pick up the radio again. Souped up motor carriage for one. Bad, bad mama's boy. For the heavy of foot and freaky in. God damn it. The lieutenant moves quick as a viper as he switches off the radio and sets it on prime line. Then he turns to you. Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. It's not some kind of speed freak. I'm not some kind of speed freak, or... He shakes his head, furiously staring at his feet. Sure, you don't have to explain yourself. Just forget about it. Thank you. His eyes glides over the plaza, making sure that no one heard the sudden blast from the radio before he turns back to the cabin. I'm done with the radio for now. 57th over and out. Her voice disappears into void. Alright, what's the toolbox all about? A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place and everything falls on the floor apparently. The tools inside are neatly organised. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. Take the hand-cranked flashlight. Oh, a flashlight sounds good. It's robust, weatherproof and well made. Police issue blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Chain cutters? The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks and ropes, especially belts. A red trip pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hands, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Okay. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labelled heat. There is no use pressing the heat button, he says, and jingles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Translation, we're not going anywhere right now. Give me the keys, Kim! Kacharagi! No, alright, fine. Close the door. Autosave. So, what's going on here? I have a level up maybe? Did something get leveled up? Oh, okay. I have enough skill points. It looks to me like I really should try and get empathy up a bit. God, man, what do you... Oh, can I only do one? What do these little dots mean, I wonder? Cyclopedia always has a plus, already has a +1. Right, that came from the beginning. Logic, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, visual calculus. I'm gonna go empathy. How do I know how many points I've got? Wait, if I go to revert, I guess it just says I have a level up and I could level up anything, I guess. Alright, well, do it. Let's do it. So I'm guessing I can only ever get to 2. It's the best I'll be able to do with empathy. Is that what those dots mean? Don't actually know. Don't actually know. I feel like actually that would be a waste then. What's been useful so far? What have I failed? Empathy I failed. There was speed, reaction speed maybe I failed? Inland Empire. I just feel like if I only get to upgrade it once, like having empathy 2 isn't going to really make that much difference in the long run, surely. So why would I do that? Perception, reaction speed, sneak. No, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Alright, cool. No idea whether that's what we should do or not. So we've got chain cutters, flashlight, and a pry bar. Good stuff. Who made the call? Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. Track down my badge and track down my gun. Alright, so can I just have to wander around finding exits and whatnot. Oh, well, probably should go deal with the body. Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. How do I get to the back though? Let's do that first before we go too nuts with searching the entire world. Alright, yeah, okay, that's the big fence that he said we could go through. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Rue Saint-Ghislain, 8B. I do have a bag. There's an icon for a bag right there. See a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the Plaza Mosaic. 72%. White check. Well, might as well do it if it's a white check. Nice. Tyre tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, then accelerated straight into the fence. Left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Oh, interesting. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry. Car drove through the fence. You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. Is this connected to the case? I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate. Visual calculus. You could follow the tracks south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time. I think I've got it. So I could go south. How am I going to remember that? How do I get out the back here? This is where we need to go. I'll talk to him.
Yes?
Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. A young woman told me a mercenary has been hanged and the manager thinks it was the union that did it. That's all. And you're not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? Brief, yes, that sounds good. 3 days ago, the RCM emergency desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labour dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was? A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Why didn't we know anything about the caller? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now, it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Hold on, and the RCM is? That's us, the Rover Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city. The RCM, or the Rover Citizens Militia, blah blah blah. The Rover Citizens Militia is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organised peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. I'm still struggling to find a way of pronouncing that satisfies me. The RCM operates within the legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. Secret task complete. Ask him to tell you about the case. That's right. Would you say this is a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question a moment. Before answering, no, it's not particularly mysterious case. Why not? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labour dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was... Oh, I guess that settles it then. Excellent. Was there anything else? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a, he considers the phrasing, a pissing competition. What do you mean? You don't know. His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. You know what I'm on, retrograde amnesia. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. Cop-off? New task, the pissing competition. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Alright, seeing as you asked me to wait, I'll wait. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Actually, I have all I need for now. I think you should know that I can't remember anything. No response, he just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even. I feel like I must repeat I don't remember anything, there was heavy drinking involved. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? But what should I concentrate on? Try work, the case at hand, it can work miracles. So what's wrong with personal affairs? Not a fan, it's just the nature of lieutenancy. The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. It means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this. Okay, well I do now. But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organisation we're in. Can you help me? New task, end of day debrief with Kim. Fine, we should go through this day first. Off hours begin at 2100. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Okay? Fine. Okay, forget it. I want to talk about you. Me? Yes, you. I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little. He sighs, if you insist. What do you want to know? Tell me a secret about yourself. Lieutenant narrows a single eyebrow. No. Ask again. Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the Lieutenant's eyebrow. That's awesome. It's like you're locked down. What's happening to me? Something that's matter, Detective? What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. Give up. There's nothing you can do. The Lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow and you seem to regain control of yourself. The eyebrow foo. You're wearing glasses? That's correct. Oh, failure. You feel a slight urge to put the Lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess. Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome. You don't look like other people around here. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. He shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's a part of the world, officer, a geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, peninsulary state west of the Insulindian Isla. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular Revacholier. See, that makes me think it should be Revachol. I've been Revacoling. I need to Revacholi. Revacholier. Dude, the language in this thing. I think whoever wrote this won an award, right? If they didn't, give them all the rewards. Do you ever talk with yourself? Fuck, I pressed the wrong button. I want to talk about you. Do you ever talk with yourself? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. Lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. But this isn't an old school case. I get it, you're one of those old school detectives, nod respectfully. So what, that makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side. The Lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. Cool. You seem to be following me. Excuse me? Nothing, just an observation. You have he's looking for the right words, a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. What do you mean distinctive? I hope you don't take this the wrong way, it's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. How's that? They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic yet thorough, prioritizes containers. Interfacing. Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting. That's racist. I don't prioritize containers. I'm sure you don't. I'm just a stupid interdepartmental thing. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. Right. Well, cool. Had a chat to him. Chatting complete.